Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites. How are we doing today? Hopefully we're doing well. You know, I wasn't going to say anything. Let me see. I wasn't going to say anything more about the whole Tea Party thing. I really wasn't going to say anything else about it, but I ran into a post by TS Madison, who is a popular Tea Party on social media. And they had a lot to say in response to Tasha K. They don't forget about responding to Jess Hilarious. Now they really trying to call themselves really trying to get at Tasha K. She must have really got they lace fronts in a bunch, baby, because they are big mad at Tasha K and everything that she had to say. And I had my critique about what she was saying, but she made them mad with what she was saying, and whatever, who cares if they're mad. Thank you, Torian. How you doing, sweetheart? I say Kendra got a Sister Mary Clarence look going today. I sure do. Classic black and white. But thank you for kicking off the contribution. So this little rant that he go on is about 3 minutes long. Thank you so much, Steve, for your contribution. Thank you, sweetheart. I greatly appreciate you. I appreciate you very much for your contribution. It's about 3 minutes long. And I thought that it was interesting, not because they're ranting, because all in all, who cares that they're ranting and that they're mad? I don't care that Tea Party are mad. Y'all shouldn't be so disrespectful. I mean, I don't expect nothing different, really, from that group. But I noticed that y'all have pivoted all the way around from the original content that started this little online firestorm. Y'all molly trotted all around what old boy had to say about periods and women not being able to gatekeep. The only one out of the camp that actually addressed that was Flame Monroe. Flame Monroe actually addressed it and was like, actually, no, women do gatekeep that like they do. And he a whole part of that whole rainbow thing. And he like, nah, they do get, I mean, we trying to beat them. Thank you so much, Theo, for your contribution. I greatly appreciate you as well. Thank you all so much. Like, you all, every dollar that is contributed to this platform makes it possible for me to come here and dedicate my time and dedicate my energy pretty much solely to this. So every time y'all contribute, no matter the amount, great or small, please understand that I appreciate all of it equally. Thank you so very much. All right. So without too much further ado, I'm going to let y'all hear the foolishness. This rant is crazy, but there's one particular thing that I want to get out of it, which is what inspired this show. That TS Madison reminds Tasha K and other Black women about why there was an alliance in the first place. So when I say that there was an alliance, that's just not just me making up stuff and pulling stuff out of the clouds. This is something Claudia Jordan admitted to. This is something other rainbow community members have admitted to. This is something that TS Madison is going to admit to right now. It's not out of the blue. It's not out of the air. There was an alliance, and she's going to tell you what it was about. Thank you, Elias. You have continued to keep it 100 from the start. I've never seen you waver or second guess your ideas. For that, I salute and will always support you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that as well, sweetheart. And thank you so much. Malika said these Transformers complain about nothing more than real women. They need to get a life. They definitely do. And I know Torian heard it because he be on that stuff. But I just want y'all to hear it. So without further ado, here we go.
I have no beef with you.
By the way, before we really get started, you know TS Madison has a foul mouth. So if there are sensitive ears around, please be aware of that. He cussed like a sailor. Okay.
I'm not jealous of you. I don't want your pussy. I don't want your period. I want you to be respected. I want you to be protected, because 99.9% of the time while y'all sitting over here screaming and jumping up and down, if you've had a gay friend or a trans friend, please believe we done been out there in the streets whooping, fighting on y'all niggas for beating on y'all. That's how I learned how to fucking fight. Fighting my girlfriends, niggas off for whooping their ass all the time. The fuck you mean? Who's gonna protect me? Who's gonna protect you? You calling out to those same men who will leave you for a white bitch? Who's gonna protect me? Who's gonna who? And then the niggas jump out there with that fake woke shit, that fake ass shit. Like, yeah, protect. You ain't been doing it. I've been fighting niggas all my motherfucking life. Because I'm a Florida bitch. Tasha, I've been fighting men all my motherfucking life.
All my life I had to fight. You've been fighting me in your whole life because you a whole dude. You a dude. That's what men be doing. Men be fighting. Hold on. Men be fighting. Okay? Because men be fighting. I done fought my girlfriends, men. Why you fighting them? If they want to go back to Trayshawn and them, and Trayshawn done whooped them up and they done came crying to you, you ain't did nothing but fulfill your simp chip got activated so you could go over there and protect her from a man. She ain't gonna do nothing but be back on her knees with him later on tonight after y'all got in a fight. Now she'll try to make sure you get your bail money out because you her girl, but trust and believe she back on her knees with Trayshawn in another couple of days. I don't care what she saw on his phone. So that was on you. You've been fighting other men like any boy in the hood would be fighting men. They fight the boys, and then you get older, you be a man and you fight men, and you just be fighting. You be in the hood, something go down, you fight. But I want y'all to notice, aside from the roasting, I want y'all to notice something very important. Who did TS Madison turn it on? Y'all running up behind these men to protect. They ain't been doing it. Y'all running up behind the same men that'll leave you for a white woman. See what that's got to do with anything. Do you understand? We gonna let it finish.
Fighting because I had to protect my fucking self, and fighting, bitch, because you gotta keep a nigga from jumping on a bitch. The fuck is you talking about? Who's gonna protect? Who the fuck do you think was up there arguing with Roe versus Wade on behalf of all women, trans and real women? Because we understand all of the anger, all of the separation, and all of the division is misplaced. We fighting over fucking bathrooms. We fighting over pronouns. We fighting over names. We fighting over all of this dumbass shit. And all this fighting that we doing online, and the government right down there with y'all stupid, dumb, ignorant ass snatching y'all shits away from you and using transsexuals, transgenders as propaganda. And you run down there and you push yes to your own enemy because you don't like this, or because you feel some type of, that's all internalized. Internalized. I'm not jealous of now, bitch, because can't no motherfucking bitch be me. And I can't be no other bitch. I'm only my fucking self. So if you don't leave here with anything on your fucking plate, know that I don't see none of you motherfuckers. That's man, woman, or child. I don't give a fuck what your pussy can do. That's yours. Because a lot of you bitches been using your regular ass motherfucking pussy, bitch, and it ain't did shit for you, but got you in debt. Torture, K. Your pussy and your dick sucker. Who the fuck want that? Your own husband didn't want the motherfucker. What the fuck I want that for? Bitch? Is you crazy? You in debt. Play with your pussy, bitch. Don't play with me. I have no.
Now, you heard the foul mouth rant. Okay. Thank you, Chad. Said you improved my marriage. Thank you. Oh, that's good. Thank you so much, sweetheart. You heard the foul mouth rant. How you don't want, okay, I just gotta say something about the delusional part before we get to the meat of the issue and the more educational part. I just gotta say this. If you are a Tea Party trying to be a woman, do not fix your lace front to say you ain't trying to be us. Stop. There would be no you if there was no us. You wouldn't know what to mimic if there was no us. You would not know what to do if there was no us. You would not know nothing about lace fronts. You would not know nothing about makeup. You would know nothing about them ridiculous raptor talons you call nails on your hand. And you wouldn't know nothing about putting primer on under your foundation to cover the pits in your skin because we can see your pores. You wouldn't know nothing about that if it wasn't for us being what you want to be. You aspire to us. So ain't no way you sitting up there talking about I don't wanna be you. Who else you trying to be? Timothy, since we calling out names. Who else we trying to be? Huh? If you're not trying to be a woman, who else you trying to be? What you trying to be? An alien? What you trying to be? The predator? Who you trying to be? I want to know. Because it would look like to me you're trying to be a female. Show up without your wig and your makeup on. Because if you were secure in who you were, you wouldn't be somewhere trying to be a gender you not. So if insecurity was a person, and we know that you don't want a vagina because you done made too much money off of your toolbox. So you ain't that dedicated to being a woman. Because if you was that dedicated to being a woman, you cut that toolbox off, but you like your toolbox, don't you, Timothy? Specifically, you like your toolbox. Because you still use your toolbox. So fix your mouth. Now one of y'all need to be fixing y'all mouth talking about y'all ain't trying to be no woman. Yes, you are. That's exactly what you're trying to be. What else are you trying to be if not a woman? If not a woman. You trans women. It's all in the word. You are trans women. Your whole life, all your life, you've been trying to be a woman. You've been trying to achieve the unachievable. So I just had to go there for a second. I'm tired of that. I ain't trying to be now one of you. Trying to be one of us. Moving on to the next point. Did you hear where TS Madison put everything? He reminds Tasha and all Black women what the alliance was for. The alliance was for going against heterosexual Black men, because he sat there and spun a narrative. He sat there and spun the narrative that heterosexual Black men are the enemies of both straight biological Black women and everybody in the rainbow and or trans community as well, because heterosexual Black men have always been violent and predatory upon both groups. So therefore, the alliance was formed because being part of a group that supposedly heterosexual Black men had been oppressing and fighting and beating on and all of that stuff, these were supposedly the same men that was fighting and beating on their women. So in order to be able to combat that, these two so-called oppressed groups needed to get together to make sure that they had enough numbers and enough power and enough of a voice to say that they were not going to take the oppression of heterosexual Black men anymore. Thank you for the word. Trans feminist. Thank you for that word. Maggle, it was a maggle before, because you was jumping in trying to protect the honor of females that probably didn't have none. And like I said, wasn't gonna do nothing but be back with the same man you done fought, you done sweated your perm out fighting in the street. And she wasn't gonna do nothing but get back with him anyway. That was on you. I told you Maggles are a part of the hyena clan. They are the males of the hyena clan. Okay. I see my good sis in here cracking up. Cause we're gonna get into the rest of it. See, if there was any doubt in anybody's mind about what this rainbow community has been about, look no further than the understanding of what TS Madison actually said. Look beyond the cussing. Look beyond the fact that he was directing that towards Tasha K kind of specifically. Look beyond that and look and listen to what was actually said. Because he was saying, why are you mad when we are not your enemy, supposedly? We're not here to take y'all place when in point of fact, they are. Thank you, little big sis, for the love, sweetheart. Thank you so much for the support. Here we go. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank you. D said that narrative is BS. The transistor radio women never talk about 90% being on the stroll, resulting in deletion being an occupational hazard. Stop strolling. And what we're not going to talk about is how often they're the ones fighting the biological women. Let's not act like y'all don't be fighting in the street. She got her little trans friend that she think is cool. They slick diss each other all day and talk slick and all of that with each other. And then they get into a fight, and the woman realizes that despite all of them able to share heels and able to share makeup and wigs, that is a man underneath that wig, and he whooping you till they sell you by the pound. Okay? They can sell you by the ounce when he get through whooping on you, because that's a man under there. All that, yes, girl. All that, no. He may gonna say that again, but right now, them uppercuts are monster. When he got that wig, and he popping you with them uppercuts, they a monster. It ain't no joke. When he grabbed that handful of knotless braids you got, and he get the bam. Yeah. It don't feel the same as when you was fighting Shaniqua down the street. No. You fighting Sean today. Sean showed up today. Because you might be cool with Madison, but if you get into a fight, Timothy gonna show up. Do you understand that? You might argue with Madison, but let some hands get thrown and see don't Timothy show up. Then you gonna know it for real then. You gonna understand. Thank you, Wiggy Wheel. Say it's a known fact. Uppercuts stop that windmill. Yeah, that's the counter windmill. All that windmill and all. We got something to stop all that windmilling. Pop you right in your face while you bent over doing one of these. Come up, just bam. We gonna stop that. Them arms gonna drop. But we're going to get into the details of the alliance. Join the alliance. Y'all remember that? Anyway, Stone Cold Steve Austin joined the alliance. You know what? Never mind. We're going to get back into that. But after these messages, we'll be right back.
Hey, brothers, I want to tell you about a website called blackmenszone.com. Now, Black Men's Zone is a site that specifically targets black men. It's a place where black men talk about issues that solely affect them. Now, at Black Men's Zone, the topics will range from news to society, sports, technology, business, food and recipes. Some brothers got to cook too. Gaming, and some of your brothers like doing some of that. Health and fitness, got to get your workout on. Music, movies, and many other topics. Now, there's not many forums around these days for black men, and because black men have to create them. Now, this particular website is more of a forum based, something simple, not social media. You can write what you need to write, say what you need to say, get on, get off pretty quick. But if you're interested, brothers, to at least go there, and I want you to check it out, engage in the topics, go to blackmenszone.com, sign up for an account, and get engaged in the conversation.
So definitely want to go ahead and encourage you to go to the link pinned at the top of the chat, blackmenzone.com. Go ahead and sign up and become part of the various conversations that are being held right now on a very beautiful forum. Now, this particular one is for Black men only. The last one that I was promoting was for the community. This one is for men only, a male space without all of the different various forms of hardcore censorship. You can speak about what affects Black men, what Black men like, what's going on in their collective experiences openly and freely. Just click the link at www.blackmenzone.com. And I owe y'all a bam, 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 bam. You gotta hit the like button, bam, bam. You gotta So go ahead. I don't know how many likes I have, but I know that they need to be somewhere around, because we've got 982 wonderful people in here. So I know that y'all want to hit the like button. Thank you, Damien. Said they will never ever be a woman. They will not at all. So when we talk about the nuances of the alliance between Black women and the Rainbow Crew, Black women, I want y'all to understand something, that you're being played again. You're being played again. See, TS Madison is basically saying, y'all are tripping. We need to get the band back together. We need to get the band back together. You got to get the band back together. Thank you, D. Says CC. Is this an opportunity for Black men to engage with Black women and start solving problems and recreate families? That is for the, if you're speaking about the forum, I don't know if you're speaking about the forum or not. But if you are speaking about the forums, the one for the community is for that purpose. See, TS Madison was saying basically you got to get the band back together. Okay. Thank you, Mogul Maze. Thank you so much, sweetheart. We can't afford to be at odds, because we have a common enemy, and that common enemy is Black heterosexual men, because we know that we both hate this group of men. Now, we both use this group of men because a lot of Black trans females are prostituting, or they have prostituted at some point. Okay. So at some point, they have entered into some form of sexual favors for money. Whether they would actually walk in the street, or whether they had an escort service, or whether they was going through the dating apps, or whatever it is that they were doing, they usually were some sort of sex work. TS Madison is actually quite open about his past sex work, being a whole porn star and everything. The other Tea Party that called themselves going off on Tasha K do sex work. So these are sex workers, okay, that are telling biological women that we have a common enemy. That common enemy is Black heterosexual men. We don't like them, but they are our source of livelihood. How does that work? How is it that you can't stand straight Black men, yet you attempt to use these men as sponsors for your livelihood? Because they want to try to say, well, all of these men are on the down low. You know how small of a percentage that actually is? Because if it was a high percentage of men, Black men that were not straight and that wanted trans females, they would have been able to take Black women's place. Black women, biological women, listen to me. You are being tricked again. If you get that band back together, they're going to complete the takeover from you. They're going to complete that process. You have been used as the vehicle yet again. You have been used as the mule for the trans community specifically. You've been used as the mule for the trans community specifically. Even to the exclusion of other members of the rainbow community. I don't think lesbians have used you as much as trans women have used you. And the reason I say that is because lesbians know that they are women. They are biological women. That's never been a fight. They're just attracted to other women. That's never been a fight for them. Because lesbian women don't have to fight to be women. They are women, studs and all, the studs, the femmes, the butch, whatever you want to call them. They are women. And a lot of times the studs will come up with children. They be wanting babies. And it always be that one or two men that can get a stud going. Like, oh no, he fine. I'm gonna have to get him some. I'm gonna get him some. And it be coming up with kids. I know you done seen studs with 2-3 kids running behind them. That don't be them little girlfriend kids. That be they kids. In the relationship between Brat and I forget the other one's name. Brat carried that baby. Brat is the stud. Brat has always been more masculine, pretty, but masculine. We know that Brat is the masculine one in the relationship. Brat carried that baby. Brat wanted the experience of pregnancy and motherhood and birthing a child because her little girlfriend or whatever already got a biological child, if I'm not mistaken. So they don't fight to be women. They have another whole thing going on. But even in this back and forth over the internet with tea parties, I seen a couple of videos from studs that's like, nah, we're women. We're women. And we do gatekeep, period. Stud and all. I'm on my period right now. Stud and all. Had a little t-shirt on, had looking like a little dude. Like, nah, as we speak, I'm on my period. We do gatekeep periods. What you talking about? We still women. See, so the tea parties have used Black women differently and in a far more nefarious way. Because Black women muled for them to be counted as women when they are not biological women at all and never will be. Yet it was Black women, Black biological women that was all in the streets and all at political rallies, all at different protests, all around talking about, no, trans women are women too. You idiot. They used you to get a political foothold. Don't let them try to tell you that because they're Black, they don't have the political foothold that they do. They are part of the rainbow community before they part of the Black community. Black Lives Matter should have taught you that one. The 3 founders of Black Lives Matter should have taught you that they are more loyal to being a rainbow than they are to being Black. because they changed that whole mission statement to support rainbow and they specifically said in a mission statement that they don't support heteronormative Black men in leadership positions in the community. So don't let them come through just because they're Black to try to tell you that they have just as little environmental or political influence than you do. No. They have more than you do because of being Tea Party. That group is affluent. TS Madison is not broke. Don't believe for 1 second that TS Madison don't got no money. Yes, he do. The Rainbow Group, for as small as they are percentage-wise, are rather an affluent group. And they have political power that Black biological women do not have, despite being mules for everybody to get political power except for you. You just like that they come up and be like, no, our common enemy is Black men, and they oppress us and they beat on us and they violent towards us, and tried to bring up the fact that women are now starting to more and more have a little bit more of conservative political view that is stopping that rainbow agenda in the environmental part of our civilization, the law of the land. You see, he brought that up. You down there, when the government down there right now, y'all pressing yes on y'all enemy. Really? Now, the government might be our enemy, but that don't mean you ain't. And all of them little political agendas, see, that's that shame, insult, guilt, and need to be right. See, trying to guilt Black women into voting against their own interests as women. Because y'all so brought up the government taking everything from y'all. Right. That's because of the erasure of what women are. That's because they are also erasing what women are. And part of the reason why the definition and the concept of women is getting erased is because of the trans community. So let's not play the get you gotcha. One of the reasons why they're able to pull the rug from underneath Black women is because the definition of women is being wiped out. And part of the reason that the definition of what a woman is being wiped out is because of the rainbow community, specifically the trans part of it, and all of the political agendas that have been brought about in recognition and trying to recognize trans women. They have been erasing biological women at the same time. And now you don't want biological women to wake up and smell the dang on coffee to see, wait a minute, I'm actually being erased. Let me try to vote. And it may be too little too late. We're not going to talk about the outcome, but let us see if we can try to vote to reverse some of these things, because we don't like everything that's being connected to the trans. See, that's part of the other part of the guilt. If you support trans, you got to support all the different ideas that go along and under the umbrella of the trans community. No, you don't. Thank you, Ruminants. I find it quite interesting that the Decepticons have studied Black women long enough to gaslight them. Exactly. It's a whole gaslight. It's an entire gaslight situation. They are the Trojan horse. Just like you were the Trojan horse to get into the Black community to destroy it, they're the Trojan horse to get in to finish you off. They are the coup de grace. They are the biological, cultural, or not even biological. They're the cultural and environmental coup de grace to Black women as a whole. Because as you can see, they don't actually respect you. You're not getting respected as being women, partially because you don't respect the station, and they see that, and now they're using that against y'all. Y'all don't see that. All of the little dirty little secrets that y'all told y'all trans friends are now being brought up in public, dirty laundry, that you don't even like being women. See how they bringing it up? But that's on you. That's on you, Black women. That's not even on them. That's your fault. Because you sat up and kikied with them about how men ain't this and men ain't that, and how you're not going to be feminine. They listen to that. You keep failing to understand that these are men. You keep failing to understand that these are men, and they naturally fall into problem solving. Y'all must think I say this stuff for my health. They are attempting to do the very thing that Black women could do to end this entire argument. Let me put a one. Listen, thank you, Olufemi. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Put a one in the chat if you want me to give women the solution. It'll cut all of it today. All of it can be cut off today. I need y'all to understand that trans women are men. And men, naturally, they cannot help it. Whether they good at it, not good at it, it doesn't matter. Men can't help but to go into problem solve mode. Now, this is dysfunctional, but it's still the same thing. He's going to start solving problems. What's the problem he's trying to solve? How to make good on the obvious schism between Black women and straight Black men. How to capitalize on that schism. How to actually put you out of your misery and become the women that you don't want to be, while at the same time maintaining your support and trying to beguile men into accepting them. This is why all these questions. Would you date a trans woman? Most men are saying, actually, no, not if I know. Thank you so much, Robert, for your super sticker. The one thing that Black women can do that you don't want to do that would actually end it is go back to being natural women. Go back to natural, to be physically a natural woman, to be culturally a traditional woman. Go back. They can't actually compete with natural femininity because no matter what kind of wig they put on, they don't actually produce that energy. Not in the manner that women produce it. You just don't want to do that because you don't like the energy either. But they are doing everything they can to produce that energy. But they struggle because they are men and their male nature interrupts it. If Black women simply start being women again, don't deal with the BBLs. Don't put on the costume because they have a costume on. You don't have to wear it. You can wear your hair, be it short, long, nappy, straight, curly, locks, braids, whatever it is. Wear your hair with your face, with your clothes, with your body that has not been surgically altered because they got to surgically alter. You don't got to do that. You born with all your parts. All you got to do is enhance them and make them look nice. They can't actually duplicate it. They can't duplicate this. Do you understand that they cannot duplicate what I bring to any room I enter? Let me talk my stuff for a second as a woman. Anybody that's here that can tell you that they've met me personally will also tell you the energy that I bring with me to any room. There isn't a man walking around that's able to actually mimic that. They can try, but they can't bring that because I don't have to think about it. I am it. I breathe in and out. Every time I breathe in and then out, it's feminine. I'm happy feminine. I'm sad feminine. I'm mad feminine. Do you understand that? Every time. And it ain't an act. I don't got to think about it. It's not something that's consciously on the top of my mind. I just go places and the femininity is just coming off me in waves because I am it. I accept everything about me, whether it's flattering, not so flattering, beautiful, something that can be worked on. So I accept every part because every part is me. And if y'all accepted who you were as women, who God made you as a woman, there will be no competition ever. They really would have to wear that costume. And they would stick out like sore thumbs because the real biological women don't wear costumes. See, if y'all stop it with the BBLs and the clown makeup and all that long 90-inch hair that you're stepping on and sweeping the ground is so nasty. And all the nails that you can't really wipe your butt good. No, stop that. Stop that. All you gotta do is stop doing that. All you gotta do is stop doing that. Separate yourself. You look like them, you sound like them, you act like them. That's why he competing with you. That's why the initial Tea Party that said all that foolishness, that's why he said what he said. Y'all don't gatekeep womanhood because they sitting around can look like it. If you take your wig off and he take his wig off, that's two different wig offs. That's two whole different things. You understand that? If you take your wig off, your lashes and your nails, and then he take his wig off, his lashes and his nails, that's a whole different outcome. It's a whole different outcome. Because they wanted to laugh at Tasha K, but Tasha K can show up with her face. Whether you think she look like Boosie and all that, I don't care what you think she look like. She can show up without a wig on. So can Jess Hilarious. You can say what you want to say about what they look without. I done seen them without the wig and the makeup on, but they can do it though. I double dog dare Tea Party to show up with nothing on. Come on in here, Cletus. Come on, Cletus, with your fade. Come on in here, Cletus, with your male pattern baldness. Did I say thank you to Teray? If I didn't, here you go. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank you so much, PCS. Brother says, interestingly, Alliance says straight black men are oppressing them at the same time. They compete with and try to be like black men. Thank you so much. Damien said, do you hear it? This is a woman speaking. Thank you so much. Thank you, Robert Maddox. Said energy is indicative of the source of its origin. If it is not from the source, it is not indicative of the origin. Thank you so much, Alma I said these are straight facts. And you know it, sis. You know it, sis. Put you to shame. Take this hijab off. Think I'm playing. I exude. Listen, I bet you anything. When my good sis Danica walk into a room, do you understand? That ain't no man gonna be able to compete with her. I don't care what he got on. If he a biological male, he gonna fall short. I don't care what kind of waist trainer you put on. Let the good sis Danica walk in somewhere with her husband, in by herself, with them locks flowing and cute. Please, please. And she can do it without the makeup. I seen little big sis without the makeup. She pretty. She pretty with it. She pretty without it. They're not going to be able to compete. Competition where? How? You cut your locks? I thought you just had them in a bun. I said, oh, no, she ain't cut them look that pretty hair. I thought you put it in a bun. It don't even matter that you cut it. I seen you with no makeup. You cut yours, and I'm gonna put me some in before the year over. I'm sure gonna lock my hair up again. It's been a long time since I locked my hair. Put you to shame. Locks, no locks, curly, wavy, nappy. She can wake up first thing in the morning. Cause she a woman. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know. We ain't gotta do all that. We ain't gotta do none of that. Be a woman. Be a woman. Stop running from being a woman. Go ahead, be a woman. He can't do that. Do the one thing they can't do. Be a woman for real. That's the one thing they can't do. They can yes, and they can wear heels, and they can get snatched, and they can put the makeup on, and they can get the voice, and they can. But the one thing they can't do is be a woman for real. The one thing they can do. It's the one thing a Tea Party can't do. It's the one thing that good men want is the feminine energy he don't produce. We produce a unique energy that cannot be matched. But you don't understand the power of that if you keep running from it. Wars have started and stopped on feminine energy. Y'all better stop. Thank you there. I said it. Thank you so much. Anyway. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, but I want everybody to jump down in the comment section. I want you to let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your hostess, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonite.